up, everybody? This is Skip Happens. My name is Skip Clark. And of course, today we're welcoming back a friend of the show. This is the third time she's been on. That's how long I've known her. It's been a little bit. She's a violin turned singer-songwriter I can't even talk, but you know what I'm saying. All right, now living in Nashville, recording her debut album. We're going to be talking about that. Her music has been featured on Netflix and Hallmark, heard by millions online. Her self-love anthem, I remember this very well, Perfectly Imperfect, has passed 11 million streams worldwide. That's huge. Please welcome back to Skip Happens, Ada Pasternak. What's going on? So good to see you.
So good to see you too.
Oh my gosh, it's been a little bit, probably since it's been almost a year, right? Since maybe even a little bit longer. Were you at CRS last year?
I was.
Yeah. Then I probably saw you there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure. So you doing good? Life good?
Life is life. Yeah, life is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, once again, I love it. I love just everything. Ada, welcome back to Skip Happens. You know, third time's a charm. And how does it feel coming back now compared to the first time that you were on Skip Happens? I mean, you look so relaxed.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it feels great. I think you know, when you get to know somebody better, you feel more comfortable and you feel like you can be yourself more. So that's always a nice thing. So I think it's every time it'll be more enjoyable for
I love it. I love it. Was it last year? We went out to dinner and we walked in and was it Dan or Shay was sitting right there at the table by the door? Yeah, Dan was there. It's like, oh my goodness. And of course, you know, I've interviewed him. We know each other. You know, yeah, it was just like, it was so cool.
That was so cool.
Yeah. And then we sat down and had dinner. And you are such a good person that somebody was celebrating a birthday. You pulled your violin out and you played Happy Birthday for right in the middle of the restaurant. That was so cool. You know, not everybody would do that. Not everybody would do that, but Ada would. You got to love that. So, you know, last time that we chatted, there was a lot still unfolding. What is the biggest change in your life or career since your last visit?
Well, I have come very far in my album. It's a 21 song album that I've been working on for what feels like 1,000 years, but it's really been 2.5. Yeah, there's just been a lot of time and emotion and other things that have gone into this album, and I'm getting close to wrapping it up. I only have a couple more songs to record, and it's been really fun and really therapeutic and very meaningful.
So 21 songs, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You don't see albums coming out very often with 21 tunes on them.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't planned. Like nothing in my life really has been. You know, the breakup wasn't planned. The me becoming a songwriter wasn't planned.
But you know, everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
As you know, we can look at each other and say that I could say it to you, you could say it to me. So it's all good. So so do you feel like you're meeting a new version of yourself because right now on the new podcast because everything you've been through?
Wow, that's a beautiful and deep question. Yes, I feel like I am in some ways meeting a new version of myself all the time.
Yeah. I know yeah, exactly. Because like I said a few minutes ago, you're like I mean, you were great before, but I just feel okay, I'm going to talk to Skip tonight. This is cool. That's what I feel. And I like that. So,
thank you.
So a little bit of background though, we may have talked about this before, but you were actually born in Moscow and you moved over here at the age of, was it 6? Am I remembering that correctly?
5. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. And you're not looking back at all. So, which is pretty cool.
Looking forward.
And your family's here too, right? Everybody's here?
I have some family in Ukraine right now. And it's, really sad times over there, but my immediate family, most of my family is here in the States.
And your family, you're all musicians. I think I've seen the videos of your mom and your dad. Your dad was playing, I think, the piano. And I saw that, and you guys were like all jamming. I don't know. Did you do that this year? Was that like at the holidays one year or something that y'all got together and did something like that? Or
We do that a lot. I
See,
mean,
so cool.
that was a big part of my childhood, and I'm grateful to say it is also a part of my adulthood. I grew up in a musical family. That's how I got started. My parents are both very talented, classically trained musicians, and so they put my brother and I into classical music lessons when we
Mhm.
were yay high. I'm still yay high.
And she's not lying. I know you're a short little thing, but it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Um, so yeah, we played together
Mm.
as a family ensemble when I was a kid, and it was the four of us: my dad on piano, my mom on violin, me on a little violin, and my brother on cello. So it was really a very unique and special aspect of my childhood. And then, of course, at some point, when I got older, I became a songwriter. I moved away to
Mhm,
Los
mhm.
Angeles. I was doing my own thing, and I still am. But whenever I have the chance, I love playing music with my family. It's
I love that.
an incredible experience. It's hard to even put into words. It's very, very special.
Do they ever get the opportunity to come and visit you in Nashville?
My mom is planning on coming this
Okay.
winter.
Hmm.
She's been once, and my brother has been once to visit me. And so my dad hasn't visited me yet, so we got to make that happen.
He will. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I would love
Dad,
all of them to come
yeah,
together.
daughters are very special. And it just eventually, your dad's going to be there. It just, my daughters are out of town, but it's like, okay, it's been a little bit, but I need to go see him because I need to have my daughter in my life. So,
Mhm.
how cool is that? Well, you were a full tuition scholarship student at Berkeley, if I'm not mistaken. You went to Berkeley of College of Music. When did songwriting stop being something extra and actually become the thing for you?
It was never anything extra. It
Okay.
once once I wrote my first song, which was also by accident, unplanned. It was the thing right away, and I didn't know if I was good. I didn't know
Mhm, mhm.
how to write a song. I didn't know what I was doing. But once I went to my first open mic and performed that first song that I wrote, it was a very memorable and sort of life changing experience. It was a very loud bar in Boston, and I walked in and it was open mic night. Nobody was listening to the singers, and I was like, oh gosh, I can't get up there. Like no one's gonna listen to me. People were drinking and watching TV. It was like a sports bar. I was like, what's the point?
I'd be
But
just the opposite, thinking, okay, nobody's going to hear me anyways. I'm just going to go do my thing.
yeah, whatever.
So,
I didn't care. So it was
yeah.
my
Yeah.
turn, and I went up there with my little violin. I'd never performed my original music in my life, and I went up to sing the first song I wrote, which is called "Why I Let You Go." And the moment I started singing, the room went completely silent, like you can hear a pin drop. And throughout the whole song, nobody made any noise, nobody talked,
Wow.
and um, it was really special. Like the connection that I felt to the music and to these strangers in Boston. It was incredible. And then I had some really nice feedback afterwards. There was this man that came up to me. His name was Brian, and he was like, "Hey, I just lost my brother, and I traveled to Boston to clean out his apartment,
Hmm.
and I just stumbled in here to get a bar, and your music was so beautiful, blah blah." He was like in tears, and he was like, "Can I buy a CD?" I was like, "CD? I just wrote my first song yesterday." I was like, "You can buy a CD in 6 months." Um, but people loved it, and so I was like, "Huh, maybe I'm good at this." Songwriter. Whoa, never thought I'd be a songwriter, but maybe I'll be a
See?
song. So it just kind of happened.
Yeah, but you've been through a lot in life too, which will add to your songwriting. I mean, I know a lot about you, and there's a lot that people don't know about you, but if they listen to the music, they're going to know a lot about you
That's right.
because you put your feelings on a score sheet. You put your feelings out there.
I
Th-
do.
Then you put a tune to it, and you're good to go.
Hmm.
I love that. Now, a few seconds ago, or maybe just a couple of minutes ago, now I saw you go get a guitar and you brought it back. But every time I've seen you or we've chatted together, it was about being on a violin, about playing the violin, and you being who you are. But I see you were holding a guitar. So are you playing both now?
I'm playing both. I'm playing all the colors of the rainbow.
Well, I love that.
I got a little
Absolutely.
keyboard behind me over there.
I saw the
Yeah,
keyboard. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'll always play a violin for as long as I'm alive because I can, and it's always going to be such a big part of who I am. And so I feel like learning other instruments, playing other instruments, just gives me more room to play.
So you
And
don't regret, I mean, you've got more than just the violin now. You never think, oh, I don't know if I should have ever done this or that, but you've got, yeah, I like that. But you've got more than just the violin. Like I said, I
yeah,
knew, you kind of play with the keys a little bit and you got the violin. Now you have the guitar. So I love
it's
that.
it's so satisfying to play guitar, and I'm not good yet. I'm envious when I hear good guitar players or good piano players. I'm like, I wish I could do that. But they're probably envious of how I can play the violin. It's
Exactly.
it's cool
Because
to be good at something, but you can't be good
I
at everything, right?
I know you can pick up that violin and I could go, hey, I want you to play some Guns N' Roses. You know what? You're going to do that. It's like, it's amazing. It's
Thanks.
amazing that, and I've seen it in person. I've seen you just pick it up and play. And it's like, oh my God, you just catch on so quickly. And that is how good you are. Does your classical training still show up in your songwriting? And even if listeners don't realize it?
It's a great question. Absolutely. I think more than anything, when people
Hmm.
ask me who's my inspiration, I'm like classical music.
Yeah.
That was my whole upbringing, my childhood. That's what I played every single day of my life for from 6 to 16. So how can it not influence my music? I mean, certainly, and it's subconscious. It's not like I'm writing a song and thinking about Tchaikovsky, no, but
Right.
it's
Right.
in
Right.
there.
Right.
It's in here in my fingers and it's in my blood. Um, and again, going back to my musical family, like my mom was singing to me before I was even born. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
music is just inside me, and it's a privilege to create it.
I love it. And you're living in Nashville, as we mentioned already, but you're recording the debut album. We talked about that a little bit. What's surprised you the most about the process? I know you know a little bit of what goes on and how it all works, but is there something that really kind of surprised you saying, yeah, I never thought it'd be like this?
I never thought it'd take this long.
Hmm. Well, maybe the longer the better.
Oh, that's what she said.
No, well, it's a podcast. We can do that.
It's 18 and up, right?
18 and
Uh,
up.
um, yeah, I mean, there's a reason for why it's
Mhm.
taken me so long. There's multiple reasons for why this album has taken me so long. First of all, it's 21 songs. So,
Right, right. Which is very surprising, as I mentioned a moment ago.
yeah.
But
Also, I'm an independent artist, so I'm
mhm,
funding for myself, which has been tough to do. Um, and, the songs are all very honest and very autobiographical. So that took time. That has taken time
mhm, mhm.
as well to tell my story in an authentic way through the music. So those things combined, yeah, it's taken a while, but I'm getting it done.
So, compared to last time that we got together and we chatted or we hung out in Nashville, um, how has Nashville actually shaped your sound? It's different now than you were when we last spoke. Is Well, I don't think it's really different, but there's got to be something that you've kind of modified a little bit. Maybe just there's something different. It's all great.
Thank
It-
you.
I
Yeah.
know you're thinking.
Yeah. I think and I was just talking to my mom about something completely different, but how we're the product of our environment, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
We live with someone who's really positive and
Hmm.
inspirational, learning
Hmm.
new things, we're gonna feed off of that and be like that too. If we live with someone who's always pessimistic and
Mm,
lazy and negative, we're gonna be like that eventually. So I think it's the same thing in music. So I think if you're living
that's a good
in
point.
I think if
Yeah.
you're living in Japan and you're a musician in Japan, you're gonna be somewhat influenced by the music there, perhaps Japanese pop or whatever types of things you hear on the radio. If you're living in Nashville, you're going to be influenced by the music here, which is not all, but a lot of country music,
Mhm.
um, as you know. And so, yeah, you're just walking down the street and you hear country music coming from the bar next door. So
Mhm.
it's everywhere. Country music actually has never been my favorite genre to listen to, but it's definitely grown on me. And I think there's some really incredible songs.
That's what it
In the
does.
genre. Yeah,
It
and like
does.
in every genre, there's good and bad music.
Oh, and 100%. No
You know,
doubt. No doubt. No doubt. If we could go back just a little bit, I know you've got a couple of new songs. We're going to talk about that here in just a bit, but Perfectly Imperfect. I mentioned the fact that it's well over 11 million streams now. That's huge in itself. At what point did you realize that this song was actually bigger than you? This is like unbelievable. These numbers are phenomenal.
thank you. Yeah, I still don't think I realize it. I don't. It's not processable to me,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
um, especially when it doesn't reflect in my bank. It's like I don't believe it. I don't believe that 11 million people have heard my song, but they have. But it's a strange idea.
Hmm. Well, you're working hard at it. As you mentioned a moment ago as well, you're an independent musician. And, it's very tough to do what you're doing. But you've got a self, your mind is focused, you're on the right track, you're getting her done. There's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs. And we come across a lot of people who, they say they're going to help you and then they don't help you. So, I mean, there's a lot of that. You and I both know that. So, but with Perfectly Imperfect, when fans tell you, let's say somebody comes up and says, that song really helped me, does it still hit you the same way?
Oh yeah, it's the greatest compliment I could ever receive is when somebody says your song has helped me, or
Hmm.
your song speaks to me, or I've been having a hard time lately, and I discovered your music, and it's been it's been getting me through, got me through the pandemic, or got me through this. It's yeah, whether it's Perfectly Imperfect or another song, or just my violin playing that somebody hears, it's really really special. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that makes me want to keep going.
Mhm. And also, your music, I believe we mentioned this last time we had you on. It had to be a year ago or even a little bit longer, but it's been featured on Netflix. You've been featured on Hallmark. The music's been in there. How does writing for that kind of differ from writing, straight from the heart? How does, if you write for Netflix or Hallmark, is it different from writing from your heart?
I understand what you're asking. I I always write from my heart, and
Mhm.
I those songs were like, I didn't write those songs for Netflix or Hallmark. They were just chosen. They
I
were
got you.
they were selected.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
somebody that was working on a movie, on a film, Hallmark film. They were like, "Hey, can we use your song Perfectly Imperfect in the film?" And I was like, "Sure."
Mhm.
So it was one of those things. So it wasn't they weren't like, "Hey, can you
Gotcha.
write a song
I
for
gotcha.
this?" Which I would love to, which I could also do. But I would still write it from the heart. Maybe with the project in mind, and
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. And
write a song.
what do you feel when have you watched it and then all of a sudden you hear your song? I mean, what's that feeling like? Maybe you're sitting on the couch, whether you're alone or with somebody and you're watching the movie or watching Netflix or Hallmark and the song comes on. Have you had that experience?
Um, I have actually. I I may or may not have a new boyfriend. And, we were trying to select a movie to watch around Christmas time, and
Uh-huh.
we went on Netflix, and we're trying to find a Christmas themed movie. And this movie popped up that features my singing. It's not an original song,
Hmm.
but it's a cover song that um, that I was invited to sing on. And I didn't tell him, and I was like, "You might hear a familiar voice." He's like, "What?" And so we watched the movie, and then it was really cool when my
So
voice
did
came.
he immediately know it was you?
We
Or
had
did
we had the captions on, so it said
I got you. That's
automatic,
cheating.
so it was cheating.
I know. I
So
know.
yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool.
Just a
The,
great
the
feeling.
the Hallmark movie that my original song "Perfectly Imperfect" is in. Actually, I am a little ashamed to admit I haven't watched it because I don't have Hallmark channel, so I haven't actually watched the movie. But I need to do
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
Yeah.
No, I love that. So I mean, over the in the past you've toured. I know I made notes here. A postmodern jukebox, piano around the world. What did those experiences teach you about global audiences?
I didn't actually tour with those two, but I made a lot of videos with them.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Piano Around the World. We made one video together that went super viral. It has like 10 million views or something like that. And then we became friends and made other videos together as
Hmm.
well over the years. But that there was that one, the spontaneous New York street video that just crazy how it blew up. Um, so a lot of my followers and fans actually discovered me through that video. And then other people discovered me through the Postmodern Jukebox videos. I made two videos with them where I'm
I got you. I
featured.
got you.
I haven't gone on tour with either of them, but
No, I
I-
misspoke. I misspoke. I didn't
that's
mean to
okay.
say tour. I said that I'm reading some of my notes. You've been a part of
Uh,
Postmodern Jukebox. I don't know why I
yes,
said tour.
yes.
I apologize.
But I did go on a little mini tour right before the pandemic hit. I was invited to open up for a famous artist in the UK named Rebecca Ferguson.
Hmm.
Um, so that was a really exciting opportunity for me. It was a short tour. It was like 2 weeks in just different cities around the UK.
Yeah, well, that's
Um,
cool.
but it was really cool. But yeah, it was like performing at theaters in front of like
Yeah. And
500 people, 800
the
people.
intimate audience has to be one of the best audiences. I mean, just to be able to connect with everybody that's watching you. You can make that eye connection. You've got all that going. I love intimate shows.
Yeah, and it was really cool to perform at these beautiful theaters, and
Hmm.
it was it was also challenging in a lot of ways. So I ended up losing my voice completely.
Oh no.
I don't know if it was the heat or the air conditioning from the tour bus, or I don't know what it was,
Mm.
but I remember like 2 hours before the show or a couple hours before the show, we were doing the sound check. I literally
Oh my God.
freaking out. I had to sing in front of 800 people in a couple hours. I had zero voice. I was like praying and taking all this medication and throat coat and everything.
Wow.
Miraculously, my voice came back in time for the show.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, and it was the other challenge was that my genre of music is very different from the artist that was opening for.
Hmm. Hmm.
So there was no guarantee that her audience would like my music. And they didn't know me. I was just an opener. So for one of the shows, I remember specifically, the audience felt a little bit cold when I first walked up to the stage and started singing. Some people were talking, and I was like, oh, but I had to win them over, and I did because at the end I got a standing ovation.
See, there you go. And you know what's nice about that? You say, for what you do, it wasn't exactly what they expected. But you know what? Now you're exposing yourself to what could be new fans, a different genre of music as well. I mean, it works both ways. I think that's a great opportunity. I don't know what I would do if I were in your shoes and I get out there on stage and everybody's just not even paying attention and talking. I'd be like, "Will you shut the hell up? I'm singing." But
Yes.
still, it'd be so hard to do. But I give you a lot of credit for doing that. And yeah, and hopefully you got some new fans out of that. Well, obviously you did if you got the standing O. So that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. And then I was like, oh my God, I want to do more tours and shows. And then the whole world shut down. So I'm grateful
Yeah.
that I could squeeze that in before the pandemic. It was
Mhm.
like right.
How long ago did you, open for Kathy Mattea?
Oh, that was fun. It was also very
That was a
random.
while ago,
It was
right?
last minute. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it was a couple of years ago. A
yeah.
couple of years ago, it was in my hometown, at a theater in my hometown of Fairfield, Connecticut. And yeah, I kind of just got the call. It was like a week or two before the show. They're like, "Hey, do you want to open for Kathy Mattea?" I was like, Hey, yeah, of course
I
I did."
it's like it's funny that they even have to ask, "Would
Yeah,
you like to open for Kathy Mattea?"
yeah. No, I'm gonna stay home and watch Netflix instead. Like,
Just say, "Hey, we need you at this theater at this time, and, you're opening for Kathy Mattea." It's not,
yeah,
"How would you like to?" Of course you would.
yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't
So
that be cool? Yeah, it is cool. Do you have anything else like that in the works? Yeah, down the road, have you got any or things you probably can't say? I totally get it, but if it's God, I can only pray that it's something big like that, and that you just keep moving.
thank
So,
you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm definitely in the process of booking some things right now. I'm doing
cool.
a show in Miami on March 1st.
Ah,
There's an outdoor series at the park across from the Betsy Hotel in
hmm.
Miami. So I'm doing
Hmm.
that March 1st, and Miami's always fun. So excited for that. And then I'm actually doing a show in Nashville this coming Saturday,
Oh, nice.
at a really cool spot called the 1865 Club. So I'm doing like an Ada and Friends night. So I'm doing some original music and then some covers and then gonna have some special guests. So that'll be fun. at 8 o'clock. And yeah, I'm just in the works and I'm working on booking some other things for the winter, and hopefully we'll be
Where
opening up for some big artists
where is the 1865 club? What'd you say it was?
in Nashville.
Yeah, is it the
Oh,
1865? What's the name of the club again?
1865 Club.
Yeah, okay. It sounds familiar. Has it been there a little bit? I don't know. Whereabouts is it? Is it downtown?
It's not downtown, but
Yeah.
it's pretty close to downtown. I don't know my way around Nashville very well, but it's like a 7-minute drive from downtown.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's a cool spot. Yeah, it's like a bar, but like
I love those
like a
spots. That's why I was asking. Those are the places I like to go when if I'm there and I don't have a big schedule, it's nice to go to these other places. You won't find me down on Broadway, and I'll do respect to everybody that, I mean, if you go there, that's fine. But
Yes,
I'd like to go to some of the other places outside of town a
me
little
too.
bit more
I'm
down to
the same
earth.
way. I don't
So
like going to Broadway unless I
it's
have to.
crazy.
Come on.
It's crazy.
So, yeah.
Say, is it true that a while ago you collaborated with Five for Fighting?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's become a collaborator and a friend. He's
It's
so wonderful,
cool.
so talented and so sweet. Yeah, it's cool because I remember his songs from when I was a kid,
Mhm.
and
I hear you.
really enjoying them. And then playing with him on stage, playing those songs with him is really cool. Yeah, I've performed with him I think 3 times now, and yeah, we're in touch. He's awesome. So hopefully more shows with John Five for Fighting.
Love that. Love that. Let's talk about the new music. Tell me about it.
Okay.
So I know this is one of the reasons that we're on here tonight on an off night of the week, but that's okay. So tell me a little bit. You got two new, not broken, baby. Not broken. No, I get it, but tell us about it.
Okay.
I'm ready. We're
Okay.
all ready. I know, drum roll. I don't know if I have a
So
drum roll.
this song.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ada Pasternak. All right, go ahead.
That's good. So this song that I'm wearing is coming out this Friday, January 16th. It is a single, but it's
Okay.
the title track to my upcoming album. So it feels like a big deal for it to be coming out because this song is kind of the whole thing. It's the whole point of the album. Um, so it's coming out Friday, and
So exciting.
yeah, it's I'm definitely excited to share it with people. And I have a song that I released about a month or two ago. That's also a single on the album. It's called Toluca Lake. That one's already out.
Mhm. Yes, I
It's
saw
also
that online. I should have downloaded it, but put it on my little machine here. But I know exactly.
but that's all part of the story. The breakup that I went through in LA that changed my life and made me buy one-way ticket out to Nashville.
And
So
cut your hair.
and cut my hair. Yep.
You did. It's growing back though, from what I can see a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it's funny because I was doing a little bit of homework, just to catch up on little things here. And I went through some YouTube videos and yeah, no, it's just like your hair is like, I'm going, oh my God, I've never seen her with long hair before. But
Yeah, it's different.
it's different. But no, I went through a lot. You had a big change in your life. You
Oh
got
yeah,
hurt. You needed to move away. You needed to do what you needed to do to go on as Ada.
that's right.
And you were strong enough of a person to do that. And everybody, I mean, anybody watching this is a good example that, you know what? Don't let it drown you. Don't let it overcome you. Don't just, you got to do what you got to do for you.
That's right. Just because you have a broken heart doesn't mean you're broken.
No, not broken, baby.
Not broken.
So you got 21 songs on the album, including Not Broken and the other one. What are they all kind of focused around the same life experience type of thing?
Yeah, it's an autobiographical concept album. So yes. Um yeah, it's mostly breakup songs, but then it's me going and blossoming like a beautiful flower, becoming stronger and healthy and manifesting love. And then after I drop my album, I'm actually dropping a love EP, which I'm already working on.
Mhm. Is there a particular song on the album that kind of scares you to have it out there, but you're putting it out anyways?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. Wait, let me show you something.
Okay, I'm hanging.
So I'm just trying to get organized, and these are the songs on my album. Uh,
Okay.
the one that scares me the most to release. Um,
So that's kind of, see, a lot of people don't realize this is what you do as an independent artist. You're running the whole show. You've got to, you're there in your apartment or condo, whatever it is, and you've got all your little notes and you're making it work. And yes, exactly.
hmm,
Wow.
which song scares me the most to release?
Yeah.
Ask me that again. Next interview when the album's actually out.
Okay. Next
I'll have
week.
a better idea how to answer that because I don't know right now. They're all very vulnerable and honest and
Well, that's why they're going to be so good because they are. And when people listen to it, I don't know if it's geared more towards, the female demographic or the male demographic. I mean, right down the middle. That's cool because if they can go, wow, yeah, I've been through that, or I know what she's singing about, or I know what she's saying. Been there, done that. You got a hit. It'll work for you. Absolutely.
yeah, I think breakups and betrayal and losing someone you love, that's all like a universal topic. We've all gone through a divorce or a really painful breakup
Hmm. Hmm.
or someone that we trusted hurt us or some sort of loss. Because
Hmm.
a breakup couldn't feel like a death, and it did feel like that for me. That's what I went through. Um, I lost, who was my best friend, and then he took my
Hmm.
dog, and I went through a lot of loss. And
Yes.
time really does heal the heart. And just because we got our heart broken doesn't mean we're broken. I'm not broken, baby.
No, you're not broken. Not broken at all.
You're not
And,
broken, Skip.
time heals, but the memories don't go away.
No.
Time will heal, but been there, done that. Yeah. So the album's going to drop on, you said Friday.
Album? Oh no,
No, no,
album.
not the album, the
The
single.
song.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
You're good.
single. The single.
I'm
The
all
title
messed up
track.
today. It's Sunday. It's Sunday when we're putting this out there. So, yeah.
That's right. I'm hoping the album will drop pretty soon. I don't have a release date yet because I keep making one and then it's not ready and I keep pushing it back. So I'm not going to
Mhm.
announce a release date unless I'm sure. Obviously, I'm hoping in a few months the album will be out. But for now, yeah, the title track to the album, Not Broken, single dropping this
Mhm.
Friday.
Mhm. Sarah says, I follow her on TikTok.
Yay! Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool.
That is
That's
cool.
so
Well, it's
cool.
gonna take a
See,
screenshot,
you
right?
have the fans, girl. You have it. You've got it. It's a long and hard road.
One fan at a time, like Sarah.
That's what I've always said. You know that. I always say it's one fan at a time. I think I
Yep.
might have told you that at dinner that night. I don't know. It's like one fan at a time.
Yep. Yep. That's real. That's
It
real.
is real, though. It is
So
real.
yeah, for anyone listening, this Friday, January 16th,
Okay.
Not Broken, my single is dropping everywhere. I would love for you guys to pre-save it now. Wait, when is this coming out?
Huh?
When is this?
Friday.
Friday.
Oh,
So
no. Oh, this video?
we're live now.
No, we're
So
live. Everybody, I'm Facebook, YouTube,
we're
we got
live. In my
TikTok,
mind,
LinkedIn. We're good.
I've done some interviews that are like pre-recorded, so sometimes I get confused. So yeah, we're live. Anyways, so this song is already available to pre-save.
Hmm.
And pre-saving actually is free and takes just a few seconds, and it actually
I
really
did it.
helps.
I
It
did it.
helps. Thank you. It actually really helps artists. So there's a link in my Instagram bio where you can pre-save it. To anybody watching, and yeah, this song is coming out Friday. And I already have a ton of music out on Spotify and Apple and Amazon and everywhere,
Hmm.
which I'd love people to listen to and follow me on your streaming platform and listen to Toluca Lake, my most recent single.
I love that. Love that. And our friend Jeff Galco says hello. You can see him
Hello,
waving there.
hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll come into
Yeah.
the corner. Hello, Jeff. Thank you for connecting me and Skip.
Yeah. I must. Yeah. Originally, I remember that. It's
Yep.
like, I got this really awesome artist. I mean, you got to talk to her. She's great. And I kept calling you what, Ada? And it's Ada. He says, Ada like Prada.
I'm used to that.
All
People
right,
tell
does
me
that
that.
happen a lot? I mean, you go
Oh my
to
gosh.
interviews, it's all right, Ada, tell me or whatever, it's Prada.
It happens at Starbucks and everywhere, which I don't mind if it happens at a coffee shop. But my biggest pet peeve is when I'm going on stage somewhere and I literally will remind them right before I go on stage, hey, I just want to make sure you pronounce my name right. It's sensitive topic because people mess it up. I'm like, it's Ada. Ada rhymes with Prada. And they, oh, I got you. No problem. I got it. You know. 30 seconds later, please welcome to the stage, Ada Pasternak.
That's the nerves. It's the
Ugh.
nerves. I know. I
But it's
know.
not, I don't even mind Ada at this point. It's Ada that I hate.
Yeah, I get it. And I was doing it in the beginning. I was doing that a lot, and Jeff would go, "It's Ada like Prada."
Yeah. I don't like Prada. How do you forget that?
I know exactly.
Even on my Instagram bio, I'm just like.
So when you
give
go
it
to
the
Starbucks, what's your what do you
my
drink?
order.
Yeah, what's your order at a Starbucks?
You know, I don't really go to Starbucks anymore. I'm ashamed to admit that I used to go there a lot and I blew way too much money on it and I hate
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that. But I don't really go to Starbucks anymore. It's like
Okay.
it's like last resort. If I'm driving somewhere on a road trip and there's nothing else around and I'm desperate for coffee, then I'll go. But I I am a coffee snob. I like good quality coffee. So I'll make it myself or I'll try to
Mhm.
find a coffee shop. It depends.
So you're
I
like what
usually-
you would go to one of those shops that has all different, not just like your basic Dunkin'. I know Dunkin's got their stuff now, but
yeah.
still, yeah, okay.
I don't mind a Dunkin' Donuts coffee once in a while, but yeah, I like good strong coffee. So I'll either do like a black hot coffee or an
Ooh,
americano, or sometimes I get like a cappuccino or a
oh,
latte. But if I get a
okay.
latte, I like an extra shot.
Yeah, okay, but that's pretty simple though.
Yeah,
But
I don't like it with too much milk.
I usually get behind these people in line and they want 35 pumps of this, 12 pumps of that. I'm exaggerating, but it's
Yeah,
like, okay. And you look at the order because sometimes you get to pull up and you see what's on the board. It's like, holy crap, this person's going to be buzzing all afternoon. It's
right,
crazy.
right, right. No, I mean I'm not always that simple. Sometimes I'll be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'll be like, "Hi, yeah, I think I want like a latte, but with almond milk, but
Okay.
with an extra shot. And how about just like half a pump of vanilla, just for a little sweeten, but not too much. Um, but make sure it's really hot, okay? Because last time it wasn't hot enough. Okay, thank you.
But that's still not too bad.
Not
That's
bad.
still not
It's
too
not bad.
bad.
I'm polite about it.
I get it. But I know so many people that go to Starbucks. I don't know if it's just because they want to have that logo on the cup that they walk around with. If I drink a Starbucks coffee, I'm bouncing off the walls for days. It's crazy.
Right.
I love my coffee, but still,
Cheers.
yeah, exactly. Cheers. It's crazy. What's that say on the cup?
You are my favorite.
Oh,
I have two of these matching cups, and the other one says "Adventure Time."
is
Oh,
that
that's so cute. Skip
is it
happened.
cute? I don't know, or is it cheesy? You can be
Well,
honest with me.
can it be both? It could be both.
Yeah. So I guess,
But
yeah,
everyone likes cheese.
yeah, exactly. Cheesy could be good.
I don't do dairy, but I have I have some vegan cheese in my fridge right now, and it's damn good. It's damn good.
I love it. I love it. Violin or vocals? If you had to choose one,
If I had to choose one,
that's pretty obvious
I'd
to me.
probably throw myself off the balcony. That would be a
Ah,
horrible thing to have to choose. I couldn't. It's not.
yeah.
It's like spaghetti or meatballs. You know, you don't choose. Um,
You have your own studio there in the house. You do, right? You do a lot of your own stuff right there. You've learned. Do you? What about your DAW? Your workstation. Do you have Pro Tools, or what do you use to record on?
I'm still at the beginning stages of learning to record myself. But yeah, I downloaded Pro Tools and I'm going to be
Nice.
downloading Logic as
Yep.
well.
Yep. Logic's really good
And
for
yep,
that. Yeah.
still just in the beginning stages of that, but definitely this is the year.
And you feel more relaxed probably doing that at home. You know what I mean?
Oh
You're
yeah,
all by, it's like me in my own voiceover studio here. I just, I'm by myself and nobody hears me, nobody sees me, and I hope it comes out good. Just
yeah.
relaxed. So,
I love going to other studios. It's really fun, and it's
yeah,
important to do that as well. But it's really special to have my own little setup here. You know,
yeah, cool. Nashville studio or live stage? Live stage.
oh, if I have to choose
No,
studio?
if you have to, yeah, I threw that out there. Nashville studio or live stage? Dun, 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 dun. Eh,
Wow, that's tough.
I know.
Studio probably. I really all of the steps from writing the song to recording the song to releasing the song to performing the song, all of the steps are very, very significant
Hmm.
and special and unique and important. And then my other favorite part of it, which I don't do as often as I'd like, is making music videos. I'm obsessed with making music videos. It's the most fun ever because I'm an actress as well. I want to do more of that. So it's just really fun to play with the camera, and it's my favorite thing to do. I think I like it more than performing. I'm just obsessed with making music videos.
No,
So
no, I get that. That is so cool.
hopefully,
Do you do it all yourself? Set the camera up and then kind of, you know, and then edit it down afterwards?
I well, I mean, I do that stuff for like Instagram, but
Yeah, yeah.
like actual music videos, no, I spend money on those and make them professional. Um, which is why I make them so rarely because it's
Independent artist. Hello.
yeah.
I know I get you, but I give you so much credit. So much credit.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I really love the music videos I've put out, particularly one that's my favorite that I feel like is the most simple, but it's the
Mhm.
most authentic and the most honest. And it's for my song, I Wish I Never, which is going on the album. It's part of the story. And yeah, I really love how that music video came out. It's just
It
black and white, it's just in one room. We filmed it in New York. And
wow,
I think it's really beautiful.
wow.
So,
And the black and white, that touch, all that's huge. It's all
yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
The 21 tracks that are on the album, Not Broken, are they in any special order for a reason?
Yeah, um, they are. They're for the most part, the order is how I wrote the timing of when I actually wrote the songs
Okay.
and what happened when. And um the way that I handled all the emotions. You know how with any type of loss there's anger, there's sadness, there's denial, there's acceptance, there's all these different stages of grief.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So that's in the music as well. So the first album, the first half of this album is kind of more like when it the first part of the breakup. Let's say 6 months after, a year after, and then the second half of the album is like some songs I wrote 2 years later. Kind
Mhm,
of
mhm.
more of a reflection, or maybe the things I've learned, or one of the songs is me looking inward and realizing my mistakes and what I could have done better and what I could apply to my next relationship. Um and then the last song is sort of a bonus track. It's called Never Too Late, and it's me manifesting love.
Wow. Wow. You've had a rocky road, but you know what? You smoothed it out. You've paved it over. Is there are yeah, exactly. Are you happy with the way you've been doing things? Are you happy with yourself that you have done all this? Does that make sense? That you've had the relationship issues. You moved from one place to another. You had the ups and downs of being in the music industry, working with a lot of different people. I'm sure you had a lot of, as I mentioned minutes ago, about there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad. Are you happy with the way that you handled things? Is there anything you would have done different?
Yes to both. I
Okay,
am happy with um a lot of my choices because
good.
I am honest and I respect that about myself, and I follow my heart and I follow my gut. But yeah,
Mhm,
I've made a lot of mistakes. I still do all the time, and it's hard to always know what's right or who to
mhm,
trust.
mhm.
Um, it's hard to find your people in life. I think if you find your team or your romantic partner
Yeah,
early on, you're very lucky because sometimes it
yeah.
takes forever to find that. So I'm still in a lot of ways searching for my team with my career, just people that are really good at what they do, that I can trust, and
Mhm, mhm.
that have your back no matter what. So yeah, it's hard to find that. And right now I'm just
Well, I, you know,
working on myself so that I could trust myself and
exactly,
putting out the right energy to attract the
exactly.
right people.
Exactly. I get you. Is there a lyric you wish you had written or you wrote?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Off the top of my head, I don't know, but
Yeah, but you hear something and you would go, "Why didn't I do that?"
I know. There's definitely.
Oh, I wish I had thought of that.
I might have to get back to you.
Yeah, how is that when you do your songwriting? Are you with somebody else? You sit alone in the apartment, or what do you do?
Both,
Both?
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say more than half the songs in my album I wrote alone.
Mhm,
But some of them are co-writes where like I would come in with the chorus. Like I
mhm,
wrote a
mhm,
chorus, this chorus to, let's say, Not Broken, the song that's coming out Friday. I wrote the chorus, 7 months ago, whatever, randomly here in my apartment.
mhm.
And then I didn't know where to go with the verses. It wasn't coming out. So I took it to a couple of writers. We got in the room. I was like, hey guys, here's this chorus. It's called Not Broken. I think it's really beautiful. And 2 hours later, we have the whole song. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Wow,
That's
that's
really
pretty
stuff.
awesome. That's pretty awesome. What is Otto, what is one word that defines this chapter of your life? One word.
Ooh, Skip, that's a good question. That defines this chapter of my life. Wow.
I know.
I just got the chills.
I got the chills because I'm talking to you. You're like so awesome. So
Thank
sweet.
you.
So I don't know. There's got, you can think about that, but there's got to be a certain word that would define this chapter in your life. It's all right. It was just a small bug,
It was a little bug.
a
Yeah.
little bug. Yeah, I got them in. I got them in the pod zone here. I don't know where they're coming from. I think they're coming in from the snow. They're cold. They don't like the cold, but I don't
Wait,
know.
I want to write this down for myself so I can reflect on it. One word.
I said one word that defines this chapter of your life.
I really like this question.
You're going to lay in bed tonight going, Skip asked me one word.
At 2 in the morning, I'm going to be like, I got
Got
it.
it. Ding, my phone will
Let's
go
go back
off.
to the podcast.
I thought of it. I love it. I love it.
This chapter of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you got the guitar there. Were you going to play something, or do you want
Um,
to?
I,
You do what you want,
yeah,
girl.
I would love to share the chorus of this song, Not Broken. That's coming up
I
this Friday.
want to hear it.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're doing that. Here we go. Ada Pasternak. Let's go.
I'm not broken. I'm just a little chipped. It ain't nothing that can't be fixed. So don't put me down. Don't throw me out. I still wanna be around. 'Cause I'm not broken. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm not broken. Mm-hmm. We broke up, but I'm not broken.
Wow. 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 I love that.
Thank you.
It's a good idea. The rest of it's got to be so good. I love it. I love it. Ada, like Prada, Pasternak, like Pasternak. Just so good to see you and just so good to have a conversation with you. I know I'm a little bit all over the place tonight, but it's
No,
the
you're
way it
good.
is with Skip Clark. And that's why it Skip happens. And we just have a conversation, though. We have a lot of fun doing it. And it's so good to see you. I'm glad oh my God. I follow you anyways. And I know we're on Facebook together, but it's like, just to see everything that you're doing and what you've been going through. And I know there's been a lot going on in the world. And I get emotionally upset over a lot of that as well. And I think about my friends like you and what must be going through your heart and what must be going through your brain and having, part of your family in the Ukraine. And we all know this is the world is not a good place right now.
No, it's not.
And it's scary. And for anybody that's going to, you're bringing your kids up or you don't, it's just take a look around. It's scary. And I don't
Yeah.
know what the answer is. And I'm not going to get into the politics. I'm just like, can't we all just get along? Can't we just work this out? Can't we, maybe there's certain things that can't work out, but there's got to be a different way. There's got to be some way. So,
What I want to leave off with is reflecting off of what you said. When you want to change the world, take a look in the mirror. That's what I want to leave everyone with because
mhm.
it starts with us.
does.
Obviously, we're not in control of the wars and the terrorist attacks and the anti-Semitism and all the horrible things that are happening.
Terrible. Mhm.
But sometimes we end up really hurting each other and hurting the people we care about
It's true.
when we're not taking care of ourselves and our physical and mental health. So
Mhm.
let's take care of ourselves so that we can take better care of each other.
Mhm.
And I think that's the way we make change, and that's the way that we make the world more peaceful and more beautiful with kindness and compassion and forgiveness and music.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely, Jeff. Just you're an amazing voice for the Jewish people, and he commends you for that. And I know that. That's wow. You are. I don't even know. I get all like totally lost for words when it comes to a lot of that. It's just I just don't get it. And I got a lot of friends that that are Jewish as well, and it's just I just don't get it. Why? I don't know. I'm not going to go there. It just
Yeah.
anyways, you know what? You know what is? You know what's happening? It's music, and it's the universal language. And if anything's going to bring us together, it's Ada Pasternak, it's music, and it's the love for that music. That's one thing I don't care who you are. Music is the universal language. So
Yes, it is.
this will do it. All right, Ada like Prada.
Skip like
Skip.
ship.
When you say chip, skip.
Ship.
I love it. I love it.
In
Absolutely.
the ocean, there's a ship with Skip.
There's a skip with the ship. Skips on the ship. I don't know. The skip happens. That's all I know. And it happens every time I crack this mic. So, but I get to talk to great people like you.
Yay.
And a lot of those. So I thank you for coming on tonight and being here, talking about the music, the new songs that are coming out. And
Yes.
if you're watching this, whether it's now or you replay it later and you listen to it and you want, go listen to the music. It's going to drop on Friday, the song, right?
Yes, this song, Not Broken, is dropping Friday, and then the
Friday.
album's dropping in a few months. And Toluca Lake is already out. That's a
Yep,
single dropped
yep.
a few months ago. And I have merch available
Yes.
in
Tell me
person.
about it.
You can buy them at my shows. They can also go to my bio on my Instagram
Mhm.
where they can purchase t-shirts.
Yeah. Do you if somebody wanted you to autograph that, would you before you
Yeah.
send it out?
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are
just
you
let me know.
listening? Okay. See, that's all the more reason to go get that. And then you're going to go someday, you're going to look at that shirt and go, I remember when she was talking to Skip. Now look at her. She's on the big stage. She's doing whatever, with the big artists. It's all cool. Doing
That's-
what you love. And I give you so much credit for that. Ada, always great catching up with you. Every visit feels like a new chapter. From the classical roots to the Nashville studios, your journey keeps inspiring people to embrace who they are and trust their voice. And I want you, if you're watching this, listening to this, make sure you follow Ada Pasternak and keep an eye out for her debut album. It's coming soon. Not Broken. And
Thank
Ada,
you so much.
I almost said Ada. It's what I paused. All right. Ada like Prada. Thanks for coming on. It's so good to see you. And I look forward to. You're so welcome. Anytime. Just reach out. As a matter of fact, when you drop the album, I expect an email. Say, hey, we need to talk about this. And we'll get on and talk about the whole album. All 21 tracks. We will do that. So,
absolutely.
All right.
Skip, you're awesome.
You're awesome. I love you. All right. This is Skip Happens. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time. Have a great night, everybody. Pick up the music.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.